Hello, and welcome to First United Methodist Church, Mason City, Iowa. We are into the Advent season before Christmas, so we will be focusing on Christmas carols during December. Today, I'd like to share with you the First Noel and a bit about the background of it. Noel is a French word that may have come either from the Latin natalis, meaning birth, or from the Latin novella, meaning new. In one sense, Noel refers to the whole Christmas season. In another, it refers to the good news that Jesus Christ has come. The first Noel, this song says, was sung by an angel to poor shepherds. The chorus rings out like a corner paper boy. News, news, news. Hear all about it. King of Israel, born today. Early folk carols, such as this one, often had a memorable chorus and many stanzas, each presenting some new aspect of the story. An individual or group could sing a stanza, perhaps one newly made up, and the whole crowd would join in the refrain. It is inspiring to think of us all in the last stanza as crossing the boundaries of time. We modern believers join with earlier Christians to praise our Lord, who bought us all with his blood. The first Noel is regarded to be of Cornish origin. Cornwall, a town near an area on the English Channel, just across from France. It bloomed at a time when the medieval civilization of Europe was experiencing proto-Renaissance, with a timeline presumed to be between the 13th or 14th century. The story portrayed in the carol was inspired by the dramatizations of miracle plays, famous Bible stories of that time. It portrays the story of Noel, or Jesus, depicting the night of his birth in Bethlehem. The medieval poetry of that time was predominantly crafted to be sung, so it is widely deduced that the tune of the first Noel is older and is presumably French or English. The anatomy of the carol bears stark resemblance with medieval French poems, which ironically were never recorded. The first Noel was first transcribed in 1823 and was subsequently published as a part of an anthology titled Some Ancient Christmas Carols in London. In 1833, the carol was published in Gilbert and Sandys Carols. Williams Sandys arranged and edited the carol, while Davies Gilbert pitched in with additional lyrics. Gilbert is also credited for the revival of the song in modern times. In 1929, the English version also made an appearance in the Cornish Songbook. In modern times, the first Noel is performed utilizing a four-part hymn arrangement created by John Stainer, who first published it in 1871. Variations of this theme are also included in the Carol Symphony by Victor Helly Hutchinson. Various French artists have covered the carol, while the French version has been made popular by church choirs. Methodism, which aided the Methodist denomination of Protestant Christianity, also aided to the popularity of the carol. Singing and musical influence were especially prominent in English areas where the Methodist movement was in full swing, especially during the festive season. In Cambridge, the first Noel was anointed as the final hymn in the first service of the 9 Lessons in Carols in 1918. In 1958, the carol again became famous after being featured in Johnny Mathis's popular album titled Merry Christmas. The carol depicts a detailed narrative of the birth of Christ, a Messiah who the Jews hoped would turn around their fortunes. They crave salvation. The repetition of the word Noel is depicted as an equivalent to wishing someone happy birthday, as the word originates from Latin natalis. The melody of the first Noel is absolutely glorious and grabs the listeners by the heart. So hear now the words. The first Noel, the angels did say, was to certain poor shepherds in fields as they lay, in fields where they lay keeping their sheep on a cold winter's night that was so deep. They looked up and saw a star shining in the east beyond them far, and to the earth it gave great light, and so it continued both day and night. And by the light of that same star, 3 wise men came from country far. To seek for a king was their intent, and to follow the star wherever it went. The star drew nigh to the northwest, o'er Bethlehem it took its rest, and there it did both stop and stay, right over the place where Jesus lay. Then entered in those wise men 3, full reverently upon the knee, and offered there in his presence their gold and myrrh and frankincense. And after each verse, of course, is sung, Noel, 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 born is the King of Israel. I'd like to play the hymn version, one verse on the pipe organ, and then play an arrangement on the piano.